Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope we're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I did plan to stream today on the UK bank holiday, but I am very under the weather. So rather than doing a stream today, I'm going to do a video. This video is going to be a dump of tech that you may have seen for Ken that you may not have seen. So it's going to be some useful stuff, some just random facts that you may not know. But I guarantee you, watch this video, you will learn something new about Ken that you can add to your gameplay. Interesting fact number one. You'll likely know that run DP for Ken gives a knockdown advantage of plus 25. However, if you do drive rush down heavy punch into run DP, that's plus 26. This means if you go for the meaty heavy kick Jumrai setup here, which would normally be -1 when they're not in burnout and +3 if they're in burnout, you'll now be 0 outside of burnout and +4 if they're in burnout. That means if you cancel it into the overhead, doesn't trade, it will now beat any 4-frame mash. So this means you can significantly increase pressure in that situation with more frame traps, more advantage on block. Second fact, if you want to punish a DP or super, one of the best ways to go for this is to start with a run overhead. This will do 1,200 damage. If you're going to drive rush in particular, it's the most optimal route. But there is another move that does more damage in the initial punish situation, and that is heavy Dragon Lash. That'll do 1,440 damage. However, the issue with this is if you go for it for a punish into a combo, the damage scaling hurts the combo route. It scales by 30%. Fact 3, if you do a DP into Super Art 3 and the Super Art 3 only partially hits, there is a chance that your OD Dragon Lash follow-up and OD Tatsu follow will whiff. This happens mostly from medium DP into level 3. Medium DP and OD DP will always work in that situation. They will not whiff. That's the optimal route to go for. You can also opt for heavy DP. I haven't seen that whiff, but just be cautious. That is 1 frame slower than the medium DP and the OD DP. Fact 4, this is more run DP Oki pressure. If you do a run DP, the plus 25 knockdown version, forward dash into crouch medium punch is actually +1. This hits meaty. This is a really powerful setup to use in the corner to create actual frame traps outside of drive rush. So the sequence you'll go for is forward dash crouch medium punch into crouch light punch. The reason you do this is because you want to confirm off the crouch medium punch on counter into a crouch jab. If they block the crouch medium punch but press a 4-frame, they will get frame trapped. That's why you do the crouch light punch to confirm it into a crouch medium kick. Fifth tip, the whole world will tell you that you need to do run cancels to optimize with Ken. That is not true. Fact 6. So Ken's heavy DP is okay at dealing with people jumping back in the corner. Got to be pretty close, and if not all the hits connect, it doesn't do massive damage. I'd say it's not as good as Kami's DP or Juri's DP in terms of range, but it is viable. People that neutral jump or jump back. But there is another option you can use. If your head's under the timer, say about this range, and you're scouting for the jump back, you can actually catch them jumping back with OD Jumrai kicks, and this is a pretty good option. It has the chance to trade if they jump back with an attack, but if someone's jumping back in the corner on defense, they shouldn't really be doing jump back attack because it'll make it easier for you to heavy DP, anti-air or just anti-air with anything really, because their hurt box will be extended because of the attack. So it's difficult. I have landed it a few times, but that is another option. So fact 6, or is it 7? I don't even know. So when characters have installs, so Ryu's Hashigeki for example, you can punish these from certain ranges with a drive rush. But did you know that the better option out of drive rush to punish these types of moves are stand medium kick? The reason going for this over stand heavy punch is 8-frame startup, so faster startup. I think it has more range than stand heavy punch. and it actually moves Ken forward when he does it as well. So this is a really good button to use at a drive rush to punish those installs. You can also use stand heavy kick as well. The reward is slightly less off stand heavy kick, but that has much more range, but it is slower than stand heavy punch. That's the only thing. I like drive rush stand medium kick. I think it's really good. So if you use it, that's what it will look like. Unfortunately, I was out of range to get a link there. So if I'm out of range, then you just commit to the entire target combo. But if you're not out of range, can link it into a crouching medium kick for a better follow-up. If you really want to optimize this punish, crouch heavy punch. Fact 8, I think. Let's go with fact 8. So Ken's chin buster into run Tatsu. This is very strong Oki, and we already know this. But I think crouch and medium kick Oki is really slept upon here, the frame kill. The main reason is, if you do an OD fireball here, this is so strong. So if the opponent neutral jumps or backdashes, even on hit, it's +6. If they just block this scenario, it's +2. I will get a throw there. Don't have to walk forward. It will beat wake up level 1s and options like JP's OD Amnesia. Fact 9 is that you don't always get a run DP after OD Dragon Lash when the opponent's airborne. So there I did chin buster into OD Dragon Lash and got a run DP. If I do a crouch heavy punch into heavy kick Jinrai, juggle height is not high enough to get a run DP. So you do have to thoroughly check your combo routes to know where you can get the run DP pickup after OD Dragon Lash. Fact 10. Stand light kick drive rush. This will only ever combo on counter hit or punish counter. You can see there, getting a 2-hit combo and going from the stand light kick drive rush into stand medium punch. But if this hits regular hit, it will never combo into anything. Doing the stand medium punch is the optimal route when you see a counter hit. You get some decent damage from these routes. Route into run DP. But if you want to route into a side swap combo, you will do stand medium punch and then another stand medium punch into the rest of the target combo. That will then let you do the run Dragon Lash. You should look into these combos because you get a lot of potential from this route. Fact 11, if you don't know this, Dragon Lash, if used as a meaty option, can actually avoid certain attacks and supers. The reason this is because Dragon Lash is a airborne attack. So I'm airborne during the Dragon Lash, pretty obvious, but it actually also avoids low attacks when you do this. So if I use this sequence here, you can see I make Manon's level 1 super completely whiff. Meaning I get a full punish. As mentioned, you're airborne during Dragon Lash, so you can also use this to your advantage to avoid supers that are throws. Throws in general will lose to this, but supers in particular will also lose. And for the final fact, the final tip of this video, if you do a perfect parry against a drive impact, the actual optimal route to punish this is to do a run overhead to start your combo, especially if you're going to drive rush combos. That is the best way to start the punishment on that. So I don't see any Kens really do this. If run overhead works, run Tatsu will also work. But run overhead, especially if you're doing a DRC from that punish counter situation, is the most damage. And that is it for this video, guys. 12 facts, 12 tips, maybe some things you didn't know about Street Fighter 6 Ken, which you now know. And if it helps you with your gameplay, that's a bonus. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Any questions or any queries, always give me a shout, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.